gonna go ahead and spare my humility once again and show you guys all my little hiccups in life. And unfortunately, this little show-off stunt is probably gonna cost me big once I get everything completely fixed. But I guess that's just how life goes, right? The video that you're watching right now was supposed to be a maintenance video on my GMC Denali. I just ordered a package from docsdiesel.com. I'm gonna be installing their oil filter, their cabin air filter, and their fuel filter. We're gonna go ahead and drain the oil, but more importantly, we need to replace these brake pads and rotors, and maybe the calipers, I don't know, it's a nightmare. But on with the story here, I decided to open up this very video that you're watching with my lifted red Duramax. On the side of my property, I have a very small pond, it's about a foot deep. And I thought it would be cool to go ahead and just go right through there, but unfortunately I hit a very small tree, not a large tree, but a very small tree. And the damage was significant enough to break a headlight, a fender, and a few other little things, but it's gonna cost me quite a bit of money. But before I blasted through that puddle, I recognized that small tree. I turned the wheel to the right to avoid it, but unfortunately the truck just kept going straight right through the mud. It is what it is, I guess. I was kind of hoping the bumper would absorb the impact, but we'll explain that a little bit later. Let me go ahead and just get it to the car wash, clean it off. It's disgusting. Like I said, it's been sitting for about a week and a half. I already ordered parts, so I already have those here in the mail. I just got to open them up and start plugging away. Hopefully there's nothing else that I need to replace while I'm in it, because I really didn't look at it. I kind of just got upset and yeah, took a breather. So let's go ahead and look at the extensive damage here, and it's actually quite a bit, believe it or not. I wasn't expecting it to cause that much damage. So, what I was telling you guys about the fender, after looking at it, after paying more attention to this, as you guys can tell, it actually bent this in and it buckled the fender right there. Nice big buckle. The grill actually isn't too bad off. The plastic's a little cracked right there. You see a little crack, and there's a big scuff on the bumper, which I'm not too concerned about. Let's see what's actually going on here. Obviously that's broken. At least I didn't bend that. That's good. These parts right here are hard to come by nowadays. Oh wow. The low beam popped out. Like it actually, did it break? I think it broke the housing. All right, let's get this out of here. So it looks like this entire bracket needs to be replaced, but I don't need to replace this. I just need to replace this plastic, which luckily I already ordered and it's already here. So that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna need new headlights. Luckily I have brand new ones here in the shop. All right, after just looking at it, I'm gonna replace it regardless because it's chipped right there. So that's not gonna retain the headlight itself all the way. It'll hold it, but it won't stay in place. And what do we got here? One thing I love about these classic body styles, this stuff comes apart so easily. It's not like nowadays where you need to remove the bumper just to take the headlights off. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try to rebend this back just a little bit so it doesn't crush into the light. But luckily, we're gonna replace both front fenders anyways. Like I said, this one actually has rust on it. I think you guys already know what I went with. I love these style headlights. Here we go. It's got that cool highlighted DRL LED light incorporated into the headlamp, which is awesome. It's gonna freshen things up definitely, but I like it because it's gonna look uniform. All of my cat eye trucks have the same exact headlights. Should be nice and tight. So I have everything wired. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on for the first time, see how this looks. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. That looks so good. Man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the broken grill back on for now. It really freshens up the front end. You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Everything's all fixed except for the fenders. Nice. Can't believe this worked out. That's great. That's great news. I still gotta put the top engine shroud on it, but yeah, it just popped out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the plastic piece back on the top so that doesn't happen. All right, that should do the trick. So what I'm saying is when I shut the hood, this little thing right here pops out. Although it could be because it's semi-cracked right here. I don't know, we'll see. It popped out, great. It is what it is. What can you do? But check it out, guys. I'm really happy with it. It looks amazing. It looks brand new again. So now that we finished that, we're gonna go ahead and pull in the GMC Denali and go ahead and unbox what we got from docsdiesel.com. I got the oil filter, transmission filter, fuel filter, and a cabin air filter. And on top of that, I would say the most important thing, well, all maintenance is important, but after going through the Colorado Rockies, the Appalachias, pulling a gooseneck trailer, I would say over the course of about 30,000 miles is what I've already put on this truck since I bought it brand new. I've never replaced the brake pads. And unfortunately, I'm waiting too long. I should have done this before. Sometimes we do that where we neglect things and say we'll get to it, but we never do. So I purchased this kit for under $60, which is awesome. It's a really good family-owned business out of Ohio. If you're sort of on a budget and you need a quality filter, I'd highly recommend these guys. Definitely. Ooh, look at that, they sent me a hat. That's pretty cool. So this is what we have here. We are going to have our cabin air filter, which I'll show you guys how to install that. I have never replaced the cabin air filter on this truck. I'm very curious to see what it looks like. It's probably nasty. So next on the agenda, the Docs diesel filter. So the diesel fuel filter, engine oil filter, transmission filter, which I usually spin these on about every other oil change. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. You know, sometimes when you go to the gas station and you need to get some diesel injector cleaner or something like that to run through your diesel fuel system, it's just sort of whatever they have on the shelf at the time and you really don't know whether or not to trust them. I've been using the brand Hot Shot Secret in my diesels for many years. I've never had an issue with it. This is gonna treat up to 400 gallons of diesel fuel, so it's a really good peace of mind knowing that the injectors are clean. And not only that, I do have a CP4 in there still. Let's put that to the side. And of course, as always, I will be putting this on the toolbox and I'm gonna keep the rest. I'm going to put them in your orders. So the next, 5 orders that I get, I'm gonna throw one of these decals in there for you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description below if you guys wanna check them out. They do Duramax, Power Stroke, and Cummins. This is gonna be the fuel filter. I'm gonna show you guys how to install that. It's really simple on a L5P Duramax anyways. Our spin-on transmission filter, I will not be doing a transmission flush. I will simply just be spinning this thing on. And then if you didn't know, some of your trucks actually have cabin air filters. You may have one. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever replaced your cabin air filter in your truck. Just a little something that I like to do. Take some of that diesel oil and just rub it right on that seal on the filter. Some guys do it, some guys don't. I just like to not install something with a seal on it dry. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, you just simply spin it on and you're good to go there. When I pull this drain plug every single time, I always look at the magnet on the end of it just to make sure there's no debris on it. What I mean by debris is metal chunks. You just never know. And then just inspect that rubber O-ring around it. Just make sure that it's not cut, frayed, anything like that. So when you reinstall it, it won't leak. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that magnet. Just check for little bits and pieces of grossness, which, I mean, just looking at it, it's fine. No issues. That's normal. That's very normal. Just go ahead and clean it off. We'll go ahead and put it back on, clean off the surface, get some of that used trans fluid. All right, this should be pretty quick. There's really not much to this install. Versus, like I was talking about, like an older Duramax, where you have to go basically on top of the engine on the passenger side, maybe even sometimes through the inner fender, the plastic liner. I like that they incorporated this underneath the truck. A lot easier to get to. This is a 36 mil, big old socket. All right, so this is how this works. Pretty simple. So you're gonna go ahead and obviously remove your fuel filter. All right, discard that. When you receive the kit from Doc's Diesel, it will have a O-ring in it. Take the small side downward, push down till you hear a click and you're good to go there. So you're all set up there. It's this little guy right here. Just go ahead and get that off. And then we're gonna go ahead and install the new one. And then after that, all we gotta do is just screw this thing back on. A lot of guys ask me about priming the fuel system on this. Realistically, I'm just gonna go ahead and cycle the key a few times. It may stutter, but other than that, it's fine. And of course, last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and install the cabin air filter. I'm honestly really excited about this moment because I've never done this before. So you got these two little screws here. I'm gonna remove those. All right, there's the cover. And this is gross. Whoa. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Do you think that needs to be replaced? I think so. That's disgusting. You never know, guys. You just never know what's hiding in these filters. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Not joking, that's probably got 30, 40,000 miles on it. I wouldn't doubt it. All right, that is very interesting. Look at that. I have seen worse, by the way, but that is disgusting. Yes, that needs to be replaced. Absolutely. So I'm not kidding, from start to finish, from when I started the video and started the oil change, the fuel filter change, as well as the spin-on transmission filter and the cabin air filter, it only took me 35 minutes, and that's the lighting, the videoing, everything. That wasn't bad whatsoever. So very next on the agenda, amongst the drama of me being stupid and going into that tree and then fixing all that stuff or whatever, the next big drama piece on this truck is the brake pads. I did look at the calipers. I noticed that one of the pads were really, really low. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck back up in the air, start pulling wheels and inspecting things and fixing things, and then we're gonna be done with this video. And while we're at it, I might as well go ahead and just rotate these tires. So I'll get these in position, but I just pulled them off. Whew. They're pretty low. Oh boy. Check this out, guys. So this pad isn't bad. That rhymed. It's not bad at all, right? There we go. Definitely here's my problem. This is crazy. Wow. Dude, I'm telling you, the brake pads didn't look that bad when I took off because I inspected the whole vehicle. There was definitely some pad left, but now that's metal on metal. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Last week.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Use them muscles. Use them muscles.
I've been running.
I know that's tight. All right, good job. Good job. Are you gonna start your own YouTube channel one day?
What?
Are you gonna start your own YouTube channel one day?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you gonna call it?
I'll tell you when I'm older. Okay?
Okay.
Or I could call it the same one as yours.
That's cheating. Truckmaster Junior.
Trackmaster Gamer?
No, Junior, not Gamer.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a worker.
Now, before we get these wheels on, I just wanted to let everyone know that I was just gonna do a pad slap until I realized how bad off this really was. So I went ahead and just replaced everything. Pads, rotors, calipers. Basically, I just did a complete brake job. And as you guys can tell, this is insane. It's pretty deceiving from the front. So, you know, I mean, it looks good, you know, here in the front. But once you flip it over, it's a nightmare. And that's a lot of beating on because I could not get the rotor off the hub itself. And I think I didn't notice it because I had several brake pads that were actually good, but the old calipers were frozen in the front. That's what was going on. So that's what was causing the uneven wear. So I went ahead and just replaced every single one of them. So back to this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these wheels and tires on, and I guarantee you this thing's gonna stop way better than before. All right, busy day, got a lot done. I am so glad. Be easy with me in the comments. I know. On the back end, I've been working on the Rust Max. If you guys know what I'm talking about, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. I got some pretty cool plans for it. I think you guys are gonna love it. Things changed a little bit. So stay tuned for that. Again, I will leave a link in the description, the Doc's Diesel, if you guys want to go ahead and pick up yourself some filters. I don't know if you remember Earl on the channel, but I might get him back on here because that may not be the last time that he hits a tree. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.